Hi, I'm Jenenne Macklin, and I'd love to tell you about an incredible teleseminar that I am offering you. It is a seminar that will be powerful, it will be packed with content information that will move you and shift your blueprint, your financial blueprint, and bring you the results that you're looking for. It will inspire you, it will empower you, but more importantly, it will provide you with the practical tools and strategies for you to shift your financial blueprint and begin to live and create the life that you would like to live. I want to tell you so much about the teleseminar. I'm so excited about it. But first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about me. Is that okay? I'd love to tell you how come I'm so passionate about this information and sharing this information with you. I grew up in Los Angeles. I grew up on the east side, which they seem to be calling South Central LA right now. My father worked for the airlines, and my mother was a nurse. Well, my mother taught me how to save money. I remember having my security bank passport book, and she also taught me how to balance my checkbook. But what I realized later on in life, much later on, is that she was also teaching me my financial blueprint, my money blueprint. Now, that was all unconscious. Not only was she teaching me about savings and about how to balance my checkbook, I realized later that my father was also teaching me quite a bit too, because my father was a gambler. And in order to gamble, that does involve money. Well, I went through my life, much of my adult life, operating from this unconscious financial blueprint. Now, let me tell you what the key principles of that blueprint were, and maybe it'll be familiar for you. The first one was that money did not grow on trees. The next was that money was evil. And the next was that you had to work hard if you wanted money. So those were three principles that they were teaching me. One, that there was a shortage of money. Two, that it didn't come easy. And three, it wasn't available to us. So I suspect some of you may have experienced some of these same kind of unconscious teachings. So I'm moving through life, much of my adult life, making decisions, negotiating salaries, promotions, investments, and things of that nature. But I'm operating from this childhood blueprint because I didn't recognize how deeply it had been entrenched in my consciousness. I would suspect that many of you are in the same position, and you may not even realize it. It's really unconscious. There were things that we saw when we were growing up and situations that we witnessed that then became the financial blueprint that we operated from. So here we are, adults, all grown up in these adult bodies. We're making decisions. We're deciding what we're going to do with our life. We're making investments. We're dealing with, bonds. We're dealing with um, the real estate. However, we're operating from a financial blueprint that we got between 0 and 8 years old. So we're operating really from an outdated financial blueprint. I recently wrote a wonderful article that was entitled Money is Not the Paper in Your Wallet. And I invite you to go over to www.JenenneMacklin.com and go to my blog and read it. It is packed with wonderful, insightful information and great little nuggets for you to begin to look at and think about as it relates to your financial blueprint. Well, where I was then and where I am now is completely different. And that's what I want to talk to you about in this teleseminar. How do we get from that financial blueprint that's outdated and that's no longer serving us to creating a completely powerful and expansive financial blueprint that allows everything that we want to consciously create and attract in our lives to actually show up in our lives? That's what I want to talk to you about. Now, the teleseminar is a 2-day seminar, and that's because there's so much information that I want to share with you. There's so much that I've learned on this journey that I know my parents weren't able to tell me, and I suspect for some of you, they haven't been able to tell you as well. The first day will be packed with the powerful tools that are going to help you to begin to make the shifts and changes in your financial blueprint. And the second day, we're going to start with the information that you're going to send me regarding the fun activities that I have for you to do to begin to make some of your changes. We're going to answer your questions and talk a little bit about the things that you have found out that seem to be stopping you and sabotaging your journey to financial wealth, to a wealth consciousness, to attracting and creating the life that you would like to live. So, I invite you to join me. And if for any reason that it seems like you're hesitating, I want you to know it's probably your financial blueprint that's getting in the way. It's quite small for many of us because of what we were told as a young child. And now it's time for us to bust that wide open and create a larger blueprint for us to work and operate in. And even after we do that, we'll have to expand it again because once we open it up and allow that we really want to flow in, there'll be something bigger, something more magnificent that we'll want to show up in our lives. I hope this gives you a little bit of information of what it is that I'd love to share with you as you join me in our teleseminar. It is powerful. It's full of content. It will inspire you. It will empower you. But more important than that, I don't want to just inspire you. I want to give you practical, proven tools and strategies that you can begin to implement so that you can see the results that you want in your life. Then there'll be nothing stopping you on your journey to consciously creating and attracting more money into your life. So go to www.JenenneMacklin.com, register now, and I look forward to seeing you as well as hearing you in the Consciously Creating and Attracting Money into Your Life teleseminar.